You're in final expense insurance sales and you're seeing a lot of chargebacks. You're getting hit with a lot of non-sufficient funds that are taking place when you're trying to find ways to bring value to your amazing prospects. Well, I'm going to give you the resource that you need to write stickier business, because that's how you make the wealth. The business that sticks, the business that stays is absolutely the business that pays. So I'm going to dive into a Social Security calendar. I'm going to help you understand how to capitalize so that you can keep the business that you're writing. So many insurance agents don't know about this resource, and they get really beat up because they're using carriers that don't really use true Social Security billing practices, and it really hurts you when you're in insurance sales. So here we go. Let's dive into the screen share. This is a Social Security benefit payment calendar. Go figure. And if you don't have this, this is a free resource to you. You can go to jasonfinalexpense.com, grab this free resource. It's there for the taking. You don't have to do anything to grab it. Go to my website, grab one of these for yourself. It's crazy critical. So you can even follow along as I go through this Social Security benefit payment calendar so that you can understand how to use it right so that you keep the wealth that you're trying to create here. And it's really frustrating for a lot of agents that don't know any better, and they use carriers that end in a G. They use the baby food company, Moo. Okay. They got a lot of different carriers that you may use. And even the one that starts with an A and ends with a M, let me tell you, they will do good on how they take the money out, but they do not, and I mean do not, utilize true Social Security billing on the first and on the third of the month. They may do the second, third, and fourth Wednesday of the month, but even companies that say they do true Social Security billing do not, and I repeat, do not take out the money properly for these sweet people that are getting paid on the first and the third, and you're going to get really frustrated with the non-sufficient funds that will take place, all the payments that go bonk and bounce. And it's because you didn't know about this little trick here or using the right carrier. So when a client on September, for example, let's use September 3rd. Well, on the 3rd, that's a weekend. When Social Security pays these sweet people on the 3rd, they really got all their money on the 2nd of the month, not on the 3rd. And that's what a lot of people think. So you set it up on the 3rd of the month, and then you're going to find that they spent their money already. People that get paid on the 1st and the 3rd, a lot of them maybe don't have a lot of money, and they're great prospects. They're powerful folks for us to serve, but they're not the greatest with wealth management, with what they do get each month. So if they're paid on the 2nd, they will sometimes withdraw almost all of their money on the 2nd. And then you're going to find that by the time the 5th rolls around, because that's a business day at the bank, well, you go try to take the money out on the 5th, they already took their money out on the 2nd, and you're going to see chargeback nightmares taking place because the carrier that you're using does not take the money out when they truly got paid. This is why you want to use a carrier like Prosperity Life Insurance Company. On the 1st and the 3rd, they're the only insurance carrier that will do it properly, to my knowledge, as of the date of this video, 9/28/2022. And when they get paid on the 2nd, even though it says they're getting paid on the 3rd, all their money hits their bank on the 2nd, which is a Friday. That particular insurance company will take out the money on the 2nd, not the 3rd. This is big. And if you're seeing a lot of lapses, you're realizing that a lot of these policies are going boink. Well, it really boils down to you're not utilizing the right insurance carrier for the right prospect. When this takes place, if you write Prosperity Life, well, on the 3rd, you're going to put it down as Social Security billing, true Social Security billing, and you're going to draft it according to their date that they are paid, which is the 3rd. Social Security billing would pay them on the 2nd, and that is when a true Social Security billing carrier like Prosperity Life would pull the payment out, eliminating your high chance of getting a chargeback due to non-sufficient funds, because they took out the money on the day that they got paid, which is the 2nd. This is a big deal to you. Now, let's take a look at October. October is going to be a nightmare for a lot of you. When this takes place, I said when it takes place because it absolutely will. When these great people get paid on the 1st of the month in October, you're going to find one of your worst months being right here in October. October 1st, Social Security is going to pay them, right? You're thinking, oh, October 1st, they're paid on the 1st. I'm going to take the money out on the 1st. Big fallacy here. They actually got paid twice. The people that are paid on the first of the month will get paid twice in September and not get paid a lick of money, not at all in October. So when they're paid on the first of the month, this is why this Social Security billing calendar is really important to understand. When they're paid on the first here in September, they're actually going to get paid again on the 30th of September. They're going to get paid twice. And guess what? If you're not taking out that money until, well, Saturday's the 1st of October, you're going to realize they already spent their money. They got paid in September on the 30th. So it's crazy critical to you and your capitalization that you know how to flow with these Social Security charts, that you know how to take out the money right so that you keep the policy on the books, because it's about keeping the policy on the books for sure, but it's protecting the prospect. And if you're not utilizing a carrier like this that does true Social Security billing, you're going to have so many accounts that go bonk and boink, and it's not going to be good for you. And it's not good for the prospect either, really. Think about it. If the prospect is constantly having heartache, constantly having a hassle, because they're going to call you and they're going to say, hey, Jason, why in the world? You know I get paid on the 1st, but you know it's on a weekend, so I got paid on the 30th. What do you mean my policy didn't get paid? I already spent that money because you didn't take the money out in time. This is what takes place time and time again. You're going to have that conversation beating around in your head and go, why didn't I utilize a carrier like Prosperity Life that really does true, and I mean true, Social Security billing? This is really a big thing to understand. When they're paid on the 1st of the month and it falls on a weekend, they're going to get paid prior to. And even in October, right here on the 1st, they actually got paid in September. That's just something to remember. Keep it in your head as you're helping great people, because these people, when they're paid on the 3rd in October, they're truly paid on the 3rd this time. But when you see in September, when they're paid on the 3rd, they're truly paid on the 2nd. That's that little square box here. So you really want to be on point here as you're trying to take care of good people. They need you, but they're not the greatest with money. And it really just boils down to you really paying attention to even the month of December here. When everybody's paid on the 3rd, you're actually paid on the 2nd. You don't want to second guess this. Use a carrier like Prosperity Life. Use a carrier that does true Social Security billing so that the business sticks, so that the business stays. But these are situations where you're going to be really hurting if you don't utilize this properly. And this has taken place many different months. Take a look here and other times when someone here is paid on the 3rd, like for example, in April, everybody that's paid on the 3rd, all of them, okay, are paid on the 1st. That's a lot of days here. On a Friday, they're paid. Now you got 2 full days, almost 3, that they're going to spend their money. And then you're going to wonder why there's so many non-sufficient funds that are hitting you. A lot of chargebacks will hit you. And it's because you're not utilizing maybe the right carrier to help the right prospect. Prosperity Life is the only one that does this. A lot of carriers will tout that they do true Social Security billing. Yes, they do, but it's only for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Wednesday of the month. So your business won't be as sticky. Your business won't stay. When you're helping folks that are paid on the 1st and on the 3rd of the month, use this resource. It'll really, I hope, be a blessing to you, but it'll help you better take care of your prospects, because coming up next month in September, they're paid on the 30th. Everybody that's paid on the 1st of the month, they're all paid on the 30th of September, and they're not paid at all in this month. They're not going to get paid again until November 1. So they're going to get 2 dumps of money in September and none in the month of October for the people that are paid on the 1st. So I hope this is not too repetitious for you, but I hope it's real value. Hope you like this video, but I wanted to give you a little walkthrough about why this is important to utilize. When you're dealing with great people, you want to put them in the right product to take care of them, because if you do it as just the 3rd of the month, some of these carriers won't take out the money on the 3rd, for example, until the 5th. You're going to find that they've already spent the money. They really have. And some carriers are really sloppy. The company that ends in G, some of the baby food companies, some of these other companies, cow carriers, all kinds of great companies. They're really good companies. The Forest, okay, type insurance companies. They're good companies, but they do not utilize true Social Security billing on the 1st and the 3rd. And you're going to see an insane amount of policies that go bonk because you didn't use this chart in the best way possible. You're going to constantly be putting checking business back on the books. You're going to constantly be putting direct express business back on the books because you weren't using the best carrier to take care of the best prospects on the planet. We're serving great people, but you really want to use a carrier that does do true Social Security billing on the first and the third. And this is how you utilize this chart. I hope this helps you in some big ways and some small ways, but this chart is free for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I hope this video brings you value today. And if you got a topic you'd like me to take up with you and put out some content to help you, I will absolutely do that. Reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com for free resources to get this chart. But as always, you can put information in the comments, and I'll do my darndest to deliver for you today. Keep doing great work, taking care of great people. We'll see you soon. I appreciate you.